Welcome everyone. Thank you very much for joining me for my post-match reaction. I'm joined by Connor from the Cop Council. Thank you very much for taking the time out, mate. It's probably the last thing you want to do after that game, isn't it? But what a very turmoil night at Anfield, everyone. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below, everyone, on the game and really what you felt went wrong for Liverpool on the night. And really, in terms of going forward in the Premier League, any changes you would make in the upcoming Premier League fixtures anyway, mate. But instant reactions, mate. Fire away.
Honestly, there's so well. First of all, thank you for having me on the channel again.
Yeah,
but that's probably the best part of my evening, and probably a lot of everyone else's. There's so many mixed emotions right now. Going out the Champions League, it's never a good thing. And especially, we know the league title is done and dusted. This was meant to be, the other glory that we were meant to be having this season. And, it just wasn't our night. Liverpool, obviously we'll talk a bit more into it, but after, the 105th minute tonight, we just looked completely different. I don't know why, but we will talk about that a bit more. But honest reactions, because we're recording this straight after the Atletico game, and it's like I'm sad, but I'm raged as well. I'm enraged, like quite a lot with the side, and I think a lot of other people are as well. Just let us know in the comments.
Yeah, let us all know in the comment section below, everyone. I know obviously everyone says stuff with the heat and moans. I haven't even looked at. I'm not going to look at social media. I'm going to upload this video and go to bed and wake up to whatever's on social media anyway. But I think, as you said then, mate, it was Liverpool were going for the lead this season. Don't get me wrong, it's not nice watching Liverpool lose a game of football. But I think we'll talk in depth really about the game, mate. But it's frustrating. I think considering the amount of shots Liverpool had, we registered 35 shots in total on goal. Registering 12 shots on target. Atletico had 10 shots in the whole of that game and scored 3. They won 3-2 at Anfield. One of the first teams really to do that in recent history. And we had registered 6 shots on target, mate. Obviously, we'll talk about the Adrian mistake as well. That really cost Liverpool. But in terms of, were you surprised how? Don't get me wrong, we were going for the win, but how high we've already seen it over the last couple of weeks, how high that Liverpool backline was. We nearly conceded within the first 30 seconds within the game anyway, mate.
Yeah, it was weird, I thought that, the first 30 seconds, like you said, Liverpool, conceded a chance straight away. But apart from that, the whole entire game, Liverpool were on it from minute one. Yeah. But, it's going, further on in the game, Liverpool's line, it's weird this season. It's about, I'd say about 10 or like
10, 20 hours.
Yeah, above on what it was last season. And, in that Barcelona game, I think we needed like that tonight, to go back to the old ways. And, it's easy to say now that because we've lost and, but, later on in the game, that's what we should have done. But, Liverpool, since the winter break, I think we've talked about it on the podcast as well, and we talked about it in like videos as well. Liverpool since the winter break have not looked right. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know whether or not, because we've won nearly every single game this season, we've become a bit complacent. I think that could be a factor, but I think this will sort Liverpool out. It's weird saying that. I think it'll sort Liverpool's heads out now for the entire season. I think, Klopp will look at it and go, we don't want this again. 2 European finals in a row, one of them winning it and, obviously the one loss. And, the only team to beat us, now, well, in Europe at Anfield, has been the 2 Madrid teams in Atletico. Yeah. And Real Madrid, I think it was back in 2014 the last time we lost.
Yeah, under Rodgers, I think, yeah.
Yeah, and it just that record is just unbelievable itself. But in terms of defensive lines, I don't know whether or not Klopp now might change things, for the rest of the season. But it's just one of these gutting feelings. It's just really down and out. And I think all of us are going to be the same. But back.
It's spot on there, mate. Just talk about defensive lines, but we can't sit here and say, don't get me wrong, Liverpool had the chances, but fair play, everyone. If there's any Atletico Madrid fans, obviously, if you speak English, it will get translated. It'd be hard to translate Scouse anyway for me. But you've got to credit Jan Oblak, for me, who's man of the match. Absolutely fantastic. And really tale of two goalkeepers within that game. We've seen how well Alisson has been since he come in anyway, but goalkeeping headers cost Liverpool tonight, and an absolute world-class Jan Oblak, which we've talked heavily on both and everyone's channels, mate, in terms of the quality of Jan Oblak tonight. He was a man possessed, really. There was nothing getting put past him. When he commanded his box so well in the air, on the floor as well. But yeah, definitely, mate. What are your thoughts on Jan?
He before this tie even started, we were going on about Alisson and Oblack, them two are the best goalkeepers in the world. And unfortunately for us, Alisson is out injured, and Jan Oblak stole the show tonight. I thought he was so unbelievable. Maybe he does deserve to be up on level with Alisson. The European stage is there for him, and it's been a conversation for a while, who's the best goalkeeper in the world. And, I think those two are the best. Obviously, tonight, goalkeeper, problems has been our problem. Twitter's probably going to be kicking
all
off.
About everyone.
Yeah, Twitter's going to be kicking off all night and all tomorrow. Yeah. So, that's
number 19, baby. As Dave would say, number 19. Premier League. Yeah.
Dave would literally be singing right now. In a time of sadness, Dave would be singing.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Jan Oblak for me, he stole the show tonight, and what a goalkeeper! And fair play to Atletico. We might moan a bit now, and even the Cats having your Cats having a moan, but still, fair play to Atletico, because they've come to Anfield and done the right thing. They defended very well and they've won.
Yeah, Tilly, you don't like when Liverpool lose, do you? she senses Liverpool lost the game. But yeah, spot on, mate. In terms of Llorente as well, I think that's important in analyse. We can analyse fantastic substitution by Atletico Madrid. In terms of goal, because do you notice the flanks? Liverpool played so well. Trent as well. We could talk about, even though we have lost the game, but Trent within the whole first, since we get into the extra time as well, his quality of delivery was absolutely superb. And I think if we progressed into the next round, we would have been talking about him tonight. Mohamed Salah as well. I felt he played very well, considering the amount of... There was that one effort. He had a couple of efforts, but the one that really cast my mind back on the game, mate, was when he took it down the right-hand side, and he just literally drifted in, and everything was a back end of the game just before we went into extra time. And it just sails over the top left corner, mate. But any players that stood out for you in a red shirt tonight that you were made up that they performed?
I think, like I said, prior to the 105th minute, I thought all the 11 was superb, and then it just went. But for me, Ox, I thought he had an absolute brilliant game. Taking the ball, trying to go one-on-one with the man. And, he did absolutely superb. And when he went off, I feel Milner did a good job in his place. Obviously, Milner and Wijnaldum, they switched positions. Wijnaldum went on the right and Millie on the left. And I thought that worked for a pretty good time. But, I think that energy when Liverpool, conceded that goal, I think that's what you need an Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain maybe to grind it out a little bit. But for me, Ox was brilliant. Like you said, Mo had a fantastic game. Trent was superb. I thought Joe Gomez was decent as well, up until a point. But the major, surprise for me was Jordan Henderson. He was good for about 90 minutes, and then you could tell, he's been missing football for about 3 weeks. And I think maybe when it went to, maybe the 100 and, the end of the first half of the extra time, I think then he should have took him off. Well, I did take him off, and you could tell, because Hendo needed it. He needed to be taken off, and it didn't change anything, but still, I think it's a very good positive outlook at that. But still, we're still going to look at the result and go, oh, we're out. But still, like in that terms, it's very good for Liverpool. But anyone else? Does anyone else know who was good? Let us know in the comments. But for me, I think they were the standout people tonight.
Yeah, spot on there, mate. And I think it was basically, obviously, we were trying to get the goal, and it was almost bound to happen, considering obviously Manata hit us on the counter attack. They done that so well. I think obviously the goals in which we give away, mate, and everyone let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. And we've mentioned the high line, but it was fully expected. I think Atletico Madrid were very much rubbing the hands, really, when Liverpool shot themselves in the foot, really, with obviously Adrian's mistake. I don't want to sit here and do a whole 20-minute video and talk about Adrian's header, mate, but I think everyone lay off him if you are on social media. He's done so much in the red shirt, because I know what the stories and the papers will write. Adrian's cost Liverpool Champions League. Don't get me wrong, he made a mistake. Most goalkeepers do. But this fella, since he's come in, he's done absolutely superb for the football club. And don't get me wrong, I can just already see. But I'm going to wake up tomorrow and see what the overall picture is. But we should really be talking, and we already have mentioned Atletico's performance, mate. As I tell you, not many teams come to Anfield and really produce a quality performance like that. It was such a tactical masterclass from Diego Simeone, and obviously he was playing for pens, wasn't he? It looked like he was playing for pens, and then obviously Liverpool got caught out too. As you mentioned at the beginning of the show, mate. Do you reckon Liverpool should have just done an Atletico Madrid, really? Obviously, when we got our first goal, and just got being a lot more cautious. You said at the beginning of the show, Liverpool done that against Barcelona quite really, sat behind the ball a bit more, and really. But Gini Wijnaldum, we've got to speak about him as well. Gini Wijnaldum, I absolutely love the fella. For me tonight, as we already mentioned, men being possessed, I think he was another one. What an absolute superb header for that goal.
Yeah.
Shades of Barcelona in that, mate. What's your thoughts on Gini's performance?
He for me, he is our European hero. He did it against Barcelona. He did it at parts tonight, and he loves the European night at Anfield. It's just, for me, I thought he had a fantastic game. Him and Ox were running, all game, and for the performance, like I said, Ox and Trent, but Gini, him as well, the performance that he had, he should be on the winning side. And going back to like the Barcelona thing, I personally think we should have shut everything down when it was 2-0, because 2-0, it's done. Don't concede, go super defensive. They'll have to come at you and just lock everything up. Say, we're not for sale today. But Liverpool didn't do that. They went to go and get a third, and it did get, we did get caught out. Obviously, Adrian with that. I'm not going to slaughter him. At the time I shouted at the TV. I think a lot of us did, but overall, I wouldn't attack Adrian. He has done so much, and realistically, he shouldn't be in this position right now. Alisson should, but unfortunately, injuries are a factor in football. But Gini, for me, superb game yet again. Hopefully now, obviously with the extra time and all like that, hopefully there isn't too much muscular injuries, looking ahead to Everton. And, for me, Gini had a superb game, but, it's just gotten yet again, he should be on the winning side. And, for me, though, Gini, superb performance.
Yeah, it's gutted, mate. I'm absolutely gutted. Don't get me wrong. It's the thing, but we're in a position now, mate, and everyone at home, really, we're in a position. I think prior to us winning it last year, I think obviously before Jurgen Klopp come in, any time that we got in Europe, when Klopp's come in, we thought the first year Champions League final we thought, we haven't been here for years. Will it be previous years? Obviously 2005. Don't get me wrong, we played well to get there, but considering the calibre of teams that we played against, that seemed like a one-off. But obviously the quality in this Liverpool team now, we'll probably get to the final next year. Don't get me wrong, we would have liked to have played at Istanbul, our second dome, mate. But this Liverpool team, everyone, I said it to all my mates last year as well, and you probably said the same, mate. We'll be back amongst the European elite, and it won't be the last European final we will contest, really, mate. But as I said at the top of the show, the Premier League was what we were probably all aiming for, and I think, don't get me wrong, the lads the lads have done. I don't want this to take away from the Premier League, what they've done in the Premier League. 30 years of wait. And I think if you would have asked all of us, what would you have liked come the end of the season? Don't get me wrong, we could be cheeky and say a European Cup and a Premier League title, mate. But I think in terms of when you've got to conclude it, the Premier League, for me, we won it last year. Don't get me wrong, we would have absolutely loved to win it this year as well, the Champions League. But yeah, I think the Premier League was the holy grail this season, wasn't it, mate?
Yeah, it's, I said at the start of the season, I was being super greedy. I thought, we could easily, win the league, be European champions yet again. And, if you had said which one would you rather, I would have said Premier League, 30 years without a title. For me and you, we weren't even born when Liverpool last won the league.
I was -5.
I was like minus like 15, but like still, it's one of these things, isn't it? I think, if we said at the start of the season, which one would you prefer? All of us would have said Premier League. There would have been a few Champions Leagues, but, there's always time to win another Champions League. Like you said, no one thought we'd get to the final in our first year under Klopp, and at Kiev, I think at the start of that season anyway. And I think, Liverpool going to back-to-back European finals, winning one of them, that's a massive bonus in itself. Klopp won't like it that we haven't gone to another European final, but, winning the Premier League was the main priority, and we're going to do it. And at least now, guys, we know when the parade is going to be. Like, that's the main positive. Like, there's no dates mix up now. We're going to know where it is. But yeah, if you say to me, which one would you prefer? It would be the Premier League at the start of the season.
Yeah. Everyone, let us all know if you'd be cheering Atletico Madrid on to the final anyway. I tell you, don't get me wrong, they beat us, but they're a fantastic, well-drilled side. They got the dark arts. I think that's Liverpool can learn a lot from that. But they weren't as bad, don't get me wrong. They were rolling around everywhere, playing for the fouls and that. But that's how you win football games. And defensive teams of Liverpool need to sit behind the ball. I think we'll very much applaud the tactics if Klopp did deploy that as well. But I'm hoping, I think, obviously we've been beaten in Champions League. I wouldn't mind them winning in Champions League, because then you can say you've been beat by the champions. And I think that'll be the very first time they've won the European Cup. They haven't won it before, have they? Do you want to? Yeah, I don't think so. Everyone, let us know in the comment section below if you'll be cheering Atletico Madrid on the to the final anyway, if they do reach there, mate. But any thoughts that you've meant tongue side, mate? Anything that you really think about in terms of the closing stages, mate? That's something that you're thinking through the game, and that stand out for you?
Well, for me, like, the main last name is now just stay positive, and that, to be fair, I always felt that through this game anyway, Liverpool, even in the last 5 minutes, would have had a chance to, make it back. That's the Liverpool way, never give up. But yeah, for me now, it's just all stay calm. Now, obviously, now make a huge statement now in the league. I think that's the main priority now. Get over 100 points and smash Manchester City's record. I think that's the main worst name. And, just stay positive. We're going to win number 19 this year. Don't, go down and thinking like we've had a crap season. No, because we're going to win the league. We've won the Club World Cup. We've won the Super Cup this year. We're going to win 3 trophies this year. Not many sides win one. And there's been brilliant teams that haven't won a trophy in a season. We've had brilliant seasons and not won a trophy. So, just stay calm. All of us, we're going to win the league. Hopefully, by magic, it's at Everton. I don't think it could happen now, but still, but at Anfield, against Crystal Palace, hopefully, we can win it. But, just stay calm, stay with the Reds, and hopefully, we can destroy Man City's record of 100 points.
Yeah, we've got to mention the crowd as well, mate. It was absolutely phenomenal. Obviously, if you're watching at home or not, whatnot, everyone let us know your thoughts. If you went to the game, it was amazing. You could hear it on the telly. It was absolutely bouncing. And hopefully everyone got home safe and that. But fair play to Atletico Madrid, mate. Disappointing night for Liverpool, but not many times we say this in Europe. It's quite surreal getting beaten in the Champions League.
It's horrible.
Klopp's taking us to obviously the Europa League final, 2 Champions League finals. And don't get me wrong, but I think if we ordered everyone would have swapped it for the Premier League title, number 19, I think we all would have bit your hand off. But make sure you hit the subscribe button for Connor's channel, the Cop Council. I'll leave all his links in the description. But thank you very much, mate, for coming on. I know you probably just want to go straight to bed.
Mate, thank you for having me on. To be fair, if I was probably not doing this now, I'd probably be like looking at a wall and thinking, Atletico, I'd love to punch you.
Yeah, but yeah, cheers for coming on, mate. We'll speak. If you're new round the channel anyway, make sure you do hit that subscribe button on here, and we do podcasts anyway. I think we're going to be creating a new channel anyway with all of us, so we can all have a joint channel, so you can join all of us, our thoughts in the podcast every week. But mate, I'll speak to you soon. Speak to you later. But Reds, let us all know your thoughts in the comment section below. Try and not be too down. I know it's hard after the aftermath of the game anyway, but there's lots of positives to come out of tonight's performance. And really, I think this will be a big, as Connor said at the top of the show, it's another learning curve and a big learning step really for this Liverpool team. Playing such a defensive, well-drilled side, I think Liverpool can really take this on and really develop our own defensive game. But everyone, let us know your thoughts in the comment section below, and we'll speak to you soon. You never walk alone, Reds. Yeah.